Alright guys, so I want to give you a quick example for how to solve with substitution. So, here I have a system, right? Remember this is two lines, right? So I've got, my first line is 8x minus 5y is negative 11. And yeah, it's not normal kind of convenient form, but it is what it is. And then the second one, which is in y equals mx plus b, is y is 6x, right? So I could try to graph these and fiddle around and maybe get lucky and find the intersection point, but that might not happen. So there's an easy way to do this. All you gotta do is notice, okay, they tell me what y is in terms of x, right? So I'm gonna use that information in the first equation to find what x is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down the first equation again, and I'm gonna leave a space where the variable that I know about is. So I'm going to say, all right, I've got 8x minus 5, and I'm going to leave a space where y is. I'm going to say equals 11, right? This space here in my head represents y, right? But the second equation tells me what y is. Y is 6x, so I can put that in here, right? Because y and 6x are the exact same thing. So if I want to talk about a y, I could replace it with a 6x. Then, and here's the key, you have to remember to distribute, right, which is why I like to put these parentheses there. In this case, right, there's no other terms, so I don't have to distribute here. But normally I would have to remember to distribute there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply some stuff out. So I'm going to get 8x minus 5 times 6x is 30x is negative 11. And then I'm going to, so this would be a distribute step, right, or a multiply out step. This step's going to be combine like terms. So 8x take away 30x, I think is minus 22x's. That gives me negative 11. Then I'm going to want to take this thing up here. I'm going to want to divide by negative 22, I think. So that'll get me x is negative 11 over negative 22 gives me 1/2. Right? Okay. Now, at this point here, I know what x is, right? So, take that information, knowing what x is, and substitute again to find out what y is. So if I take that over here, that's going to look like me saying, okay, y, right, is 6 times, and here I'm thinking x, right? But I know what x is. X is 1/2, so I'm going to put that in here. And now I'm going to figure out that y is 3, right? Now ultimately my answer, right, the intersection between two lines, should be a point. That point is 1/2 in the x, 3 in the y. Boom. Point, answer, check, done. Cool? So my plan is, and the way substitution works is you replace one of the variables with some solved version, fiddle around, combine like terms, solve for the one variable, and then substitute that again. So really we should call this solving with double substitution, right? Because there's two of them. One to get rid of one of the variables and the other one to get rid of the other variable. Cool?